justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Romans. Again, I'd like to welcome everyone here, and before we call to order, if there's anyone that is wishing to speak publicly, we need to turn in your request form to the front here to Ms. Wilson. And please silence all your cell phones. So it is 9:02 and we will call this meeting to order. So first item up, citizens' comments. Ms. Wilson, do we have any? All right. Item 1, consider and take action on minutes from previously held meeting of Commissioners Court on November 5th, 2019. Fifth. I said 15th, didn't I?
You said 19th.
19th. Today. This is November the 5th's minutes, is what it says on the minutes. Are there any additions, deletions, questions, corrections? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So moved.
I'll second his motion, Judge.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley, second by Commissioner Thomas to approve the minutes as presented. All those in favor? All those abstain? Item passes 4-0 with Commissioner Giesland abstaining. Item 2, consider and take action on minutes from special meeting to canvass the vote of November 5th, 2019 election results held on November 14th, 2019. Comments?
Hearing none, Judge, I move that we approve the minutes as presented for the special meeting held on November the 14th.
Second.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Giesland, second by Commissioner Tooley to approve the minutes from the special meeting to canvass the November 5th, 2019 election results on the 14th of November. All those in favor? Item passes. Item 3, a presentation from the Henderson County Appraisal District recognizing Geographic Information System, or GIS Day. We have with us our Chief Appraiser, Mr. Bill Jackson.
Thank you, Judge. Actually, GIS Day National GIS Day was last week, but we asked the Commissioners Court if we could come up and recognize our GIS staff and present this plaque that's nicely framed to be hung in the place of your choosing, Judge.
Oh, well, fantastic.
I want to recognize our Deputy Chief Appraiser, Linda Mikata, wave or stand, and our Drafting Director, Christy Turner, and her wonderful staff that does all of this that you see hanging on the wall. So I'll turn it over to Christy.
Thanks, sir.
Well, at our office, we usually have a lot of complaints. There's usually a lot of problems. And so when there's something to celebrate or to be thankful for, I'm going to jump on that. And this is what we're celebrating. Last Wednesday was National GIS Day. And that is Geographic Information System. That is our mapping software. And we couldn't do this without my team over there. We're busy every day updating. But I just wanted to, I put a couple things together just to kind of explain exactly what we do. And every 3 months, technology advances. So if we haven't advanced, we are now behind. At HCAD, we strive to seek faster, more powerful, efficient, accurate technology for our office. When requests are made by property owners or our entities, we want to pull that data at a moment's notice. We need to perform our best at all times at a drop of a hat, not just to suffice the Texas State Comptroller's Office, but to be of service to Henderson County. A couple of examples that we use our Esri GIS system and our pictometry system, which is our imagery that you see on the screen. A couple examples are when our appraisers are out in the field, they use their iPads. They are able to pull up the map, click on the location, and make live changes in our appraisal camera system. At this point, they're able to take pictures of the property, add measurements, take notes. This helps make their jobs more efficient, accurate, consistent, and uniform. On February 10th, 2016, we assisted District Attorney Scott McKee, along with the Sheriff's Office, the Kaufman County Sheriff's Office, Texas Rangers, and numerous other law enforcement agencies. They were involved in a standoff with an individual who had shot his neighbor. The suspect engaged law enforcement and was killed during the engagement. Due to the location, the law enforcement officials were unclear who was having the jurisdiction. Scott McKee called our mapping department. We were able to locate where they were at. We sent straight to his phone the imagery and our GIS data to let them know exactly where they were so they could determine whose jurisdiction this was in. When we had the scare of the fertilizer plant that was on fire here in Athens shortly after the tragic fertilizer plant explosion in West that killed several people, at the time, Judge Sanders had needed immediately a 5-mile radius of the area with all the property owners and their addresses. We were able to make a query in our map and present that to him at a very quickly manner. Using our pictometry imagery with our GIS data, when the tornado touched down on April 29th, 2017 in Eustis in the Canton area, I was able to obtain from the Fort Worth National Weather Service the exact path of the tornado. I was able to import that data into our mapping data and upload it on our imagery so all of the emergency personnel and all the responders could see the exact path of where the tornado had hit in our county. When the weather had cleared and everything was safe, pictometry they were able to get their planes back into the air and refly in a matter of days, and we had a before and after image of all the damage. These are some of the examples of our Esri GIS system. It is not just pretty lines on a map. It is data at our fingertips. Our geographic information system technology, analysis, and visualization is being updated daily in our office. Henderson County covers 945 square miles, or 604,800 acres. Henderson County is 22 miles north and south and 41 miles east and west. We are the 33rd largest out of 254 counties in the state of Texas. We have 88,415 real property parcels and 908 subdivisions. With an average of 8,000 ownership changes a year, our goal is to continue to advance with our GIS data and our imagery. We are here to assist our appraisers so they can be fair and equitable, and we are here to serve Henderson County property owners and our entities. We're just very thankful for Bill Jackson, Linda Mancata, our board, and Ken Giesland has been a big part of this, of helping us get the technology we need to be able to do this. Our staff, all our mappers, every day we're updating, working in this, and we're just proud to be able to celebrate the advances we've made. Our goals for 2020 is they're getting ready to refly mid-December. They're going to refly the whole county. Each time they fly, it's better quality. The last time it was a 4-inch pixel in the city of Athens and around Cedar Creek Lake, 12-inch pixel throughout the county. This time it's going to be a 3-inch pixel inside the city and Cedar Creek Lake, and a 9-inch pixel throughout the county. We also are wanting to get more training on our Esri. Education and advancement is what we're seeking so we can be of service at a drop of a hat for our appraisers, for our office, and for property owners, entities, any way we're able to help. Does anybody have any questions?
When was the last time you flew? You said you're fixing to fly. When was the last time?
So every 3 years is our plan to fly. And this past January, February, March, they were trying to get in the air to fly. They got 53% of the county flown, but the weather was so bad this spring, just so much rain, cloud coverage. They're based out of New York, so they have the whole nation to fly, and we ran out of time in our area. They had to get to other parts. And so with only 53%, they couldn't finish, but they have contacted us. They're going to mid-December, and they're not going to just fly the remainder. They're going to refly the whole county. So we'll have an update imagery. One thing with our imagery here, it's kind of like Google Earth, but on steroids. It's not only like Street View. You're able to look at every angle of every building, every structure, every property. And what we've had pictometry for about 7 years now, and what really forced us to get this was pressure from the state comptroller's office, having to get pictures and imagery, mostly of agriculture properties, that we were not able to gain access to with locked gates. We couldn't see if they were baling hay way in the back or they had cattle back there. So with our imagery, we're able to actually take a screenshot of that picture and have it on their file of those cows out in that pasture or all those round bales stacked up.
Commissioner?
Oh, I think it's a great job. I'm a former GIS draftsman from TXU, so it's where I first started out at. So y'all do an awesome job over there, and appreciate what you do for us.
Thank you.
Before we had all this technology, how'd y'all keep up with the property line?
With it.
Well, Bill's got lots of stories he can tell you about that. I think it started in De Leon, Texas.
I'm sure it did. Sure it did.
Well, when I started, we were in Bentley Microstation, and it was pretty, but it was just pretty dumb lines on a piece of paper. There's nothing you could do with it. I couldn't query that map. I couldn't do anything with it. It just printed pretty. And for some people that are kind of old school sometimes, they would say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But there was no way we could just continue to have pretty paper maps. We needed to move forward, and with some help, we were able to do that, and we just keep advancing every year with it.
Commissioner? Commissioner Giesen?
I think it's a great presentation, Christie. And as a member of the Commissioner's Court during all of this, there's a lot of pride that I think we all share in how much advancement Henderson County has made. My goodness, it was only last year that the 911 office and the appraisal district started to talk to one another. And that's Esri talk.
Yes.
Not just, let's chat about maps on Tuesday. The city of Athens, I think about a year before that, started working together with their programs and working with you. And now, I pointed out to the East Texas Council of Governments, and they were all chuffed about what they were doing with Esri. And I pointed out what we were doing with pictometry and Esri. And now we're sharing information, Henderson County data, with the East Texas Council of Governments. So GIS is not one county or one city's issue. It is a national issue.
Correct.
And collectively, your team has done a marvelous job here in Henderson County to improve our mapping system. And I couldn't be prouder of you.
Thank you. They've done
And
a
your
great
whole
job.
team. You've done a great job.
I think it's important to point out the fact of how modest they are being in what it took to get this brought in. Through the efficiencies of the organization, it costs no extra allocation to bring this technology in. And Bill, you and your team should be commended for that. And also making this information available to the other entities.
Definitely. We want to be there for everybody. We want to share our data. If something doesn't look correct, we want to know about it. We'll research. We want to be as accurate as possible. We love Henderson County. We want to make it amazing any way we can help.
And it can't go without saying that within the first year, there was a $4 million home found. That was off in the woods.
Yes, it was a property that we could not gain access to, and because of this technology, we were able to find it, get it on the tax roll. That makes everything more fair and equitable for everybody, and it helped pay for all the software updates that we did. So it was a win-win.
We also back assessed that property for 5 years and it escaped taxation.
That's correct.
And it was a pretty good sized bill, but we give them 21 days to pay.
Well, I think we had 2 of those large properties, didn't we? It just makes it fair for every property owner to have everybody doing the same thing instead of somebody slipping through the cracks.
Yeah, it was definitely something that we didn't anticipate. We just thought maybe we'd find some properties that shouldn't have been in ag that were in ag, and we didn't find any cows. Well, you know, finding a multi-million-dollar home is a lot better than 25 acres that didn't have a cow on it. So it was truly a win-win.
Anything else from the court?
No, thank you all very much.
Well, thank you very much for letting us just show kind of what we do. Like you said, it's a national, GIS is national, and it's been since 1999 since they've been having National GIS Day. And it's just for people who are in GIS to share their stories, share what it does, how it involves more than just our office. It involves the whole county, and we just wanted to share that, and I just wanted to brag on my staff that works very hard every day, and we want to thank you all very much for allowing us to come here and share that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
I think, one closing comment, as we look around the courtroom, the maps on this wall over here, the ESD maps, anytime there's a map hanging on a wall in the annex with the courthouse, that isn't drawn by the commissioner or the county judge. It's a request to Bill and Christie and the team to see if they can generate us some new up-to-date maps. So we're always thankful for the support you give the county and the Commissioner's Court, and decorating our courtroom. But I just wanted the folks to know that, that's the source of the maps.
Item number 4, consider and take action to allow the Henderson County Animal Shelter to offer a special cat adoption program until the end of 2019. With us today, we have our shelter director, Miss Amy Lambert. If you would, please come forward.
Good morning, Commissioners. I had emailed Judge McKinney a couple of weeks ago asking him to discount the cat adoption fee for the rest of the year. The cats aren't animals that we could take out to our adoption events. They're scared, there's a chance of biting, and it seems like, as you can look at the reports I've been sending you, for the past 9 weeks, we've only adopted out 6 cats. And it's not the lack of people coming in and looking. I believe that it's just there's so many out there, and I just hear from people all the time. It's just so much easier to get a cat from a friend or so forth. So I'm asking the Commissioner's Court to approve an adoption fee of $50. The original fee is $70, and I'd like that to go till December the 31st.
Questions, comments?
Well, you think it'll bring some people in to adopt?
With advertising, I definitely do,
Okay.
and during the holidays. Now, it does cost us $65 to get a female cat spayed,
Right.
but it's $35 to get a male cat neutered. So hopefully it's taking care of the fee that we'd be paying
Gotcha.
with the different genders.
Any other
How much
questions?
does it cost to keep a cat every day?
Not $5. It's probably about $1.50 a day. That's just including the food and the basic care, but vaccinations, which everybody already has done, sir, it's usually about $5 to get a cat ready to go just from what we're paying, but then there's the spay and neuter and the rabies shot. So we do have quite a few. Right now we have 21 in our cat room. We're lucky enough to get cats that are already spayed and neutered brought into our shelter. So that is no cost to us, except for updating their vaccinations.
Any other comments? Entertain a motion?
Not so fast. If we take the ones we have to spay and neuter, but at the same time, what you just said, some of them are coming in that are already spayed and neutered. And we look at the number of cats we have in the shelter currently, and we put a percentage of that which we're taking care of the spayed and neutered and what percentage was already done. If we drop it to 50%, is there any risk in that? Especially with what you just answered Commissioner McCann's question, it's costing us $5 a day. We're only running this until Christmas. So I would say I'm in favor of dropping it from $70 to $35 through the end of the year to create some interest to move the cats out.
I agree. Yes, sir.
So you would be in favor of 35 if I changed the motion from 50 to 35?
Most definitely, because right now I have, out of the 21, I have 4 males that in there that are ready to go. And I have 3 females that are ready to go out of the 21 cats. And that doesn't mean that I won't be getting more cats in that are already ready to go. And,
It's a lot easier to sell $35 to
Yes,
someone
sir.
that wants to adopt a cat when you tell them they have all their shots.
It
And
is.
we just don't even mention the spade and neuter. That is a given that has been done. So,
Those cats that are ready to go, you mean they've already been spayed and neutered?
they are. They've been relinquished to
What
us by
about the
their owners.
21? They hadn't been?
So I have 7 of them that are spayed and neutered, and the 21, they are not. They're too young, or they came to us not spayed or neutered. So we would have the cost of the spay and neuter, which in combination with that cost is the rabies vaccination.
Well, I was trying to go down the same line as Commissioner Giesman, is what it costs us every day to maintain and keep one. And I'd be for dropping it down to where we could adopt them too, because I'm kind of, I understand that you can get them from your neighbor. Why do you want to go to the shelter and pay $70 while you walk across the street and get one for free?
Exactly.
but when you get them from your neighbor, they don't have their shots and they haven't been spayed and neutered. And that's the selling point that we have at the shelter.
And you don't know if they're going to use a litter box or not. And that's a good reason why we have a lot of them relinquished to us, because they're not using the litter box.
The spaying and neutering is just an investment because that's the issue to begin with.
That's the issue to begin with. I mean, that is a sunk cost as far as I'm.
And that's also a state law for the state of Texas. They have to be spayed and neutered.
Right.
And what age, the kitten, how old do they have?
4 months of age.
Need to be
The
4.
veterinarian that does that for us, they want to be
Okay.
4 months of age, yes,
So
sir.
you got them for 4 months before you can do anything with them?
What happens is when they're adopted, they sign the adoption agreement that they have 30 days
To
from that
take it.
time to take it and get it
Right.
done.
Okay, that's still in place?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Entertain a motion.
Oh,
However you wish to.
I move that we continue the adoption program, reducing the cost from $70 for the adoption of any cat to $35 through December the 31st.
And I'll second that motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Giesland, second by Commissioner McCam. All those in favor? Item passes.
Thank you,
ma'am.
gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Item number 5 has been requested that we skip over. Item 6, consider and take action on various Eustis ISD tax resale lots located in precincts 1 and 2. And Commissioner Thomas, we'll begin with you.
Well, I was going to thank them for, there's a good chance of me using pictometry on these properties that just came up, and I did. I got on pictometry, found all these properties, and looked at them because we do have that technology, and it will show these lots that are tax resales in the Eustis ISD. These are continuation of lots that Eustis ISD school is trying to get rid of, so they're doing a really good job keeping those moving. So they gave me a packet along with Commissioner Tooley, and I believe there was 13 on the packet maybe, and 5 were in precinct 1, and I guess 8 were in precinct 2, and they're various, they're scattered in different areas, and Log Cabin and the Oak Hill subdivisions in my area. And so I did, first thing I did was get on the GIS, got on the pictometry, looked them up, found the lots where I think they are from that view. And then I went out and also put my eyes on these lots. And a lot of times they're really hard to find. They were grown up, wooded, hadn't been cleared, hadn't been cleaned. So again, it's a good thing for us to clear them, I think, and get these back on the tax rolls like we always do. And in my 5, I found them all, I think, and I looked at every one of them, but they were very, they need a lot of work. And these people that are bidding on these lots will need to come in and do a lot of work just to get them where they can use them again. But so my 5 locations, Judge, are good to go for me. I just wanted to share that information that I do use the pictometry website, and it's really helpful for me, and that's where it comes in handy. I thought they'd still be here, but they but they left. But that's some of the times we get to use it, and I call Christy quite often to verify where I'm looking at and what she's looking at. We're on the same lot, so she's very helpful and always very good to answer her phone. So my 5 are good to go. I think we got it on one agenda item. So and they're in your packet, commissioners. If y'all got any questions about any of those lots, I actually took another picture off pictometry and put it in the back on my back pages, so you can take a look. So,
Commissioner Tooley?
Mine are the same way. I went out, I didn't go out. I looked on pictometry. I didn't put in a picture of every one of them, but I went into pictometry and looked at them to see, and they're all basically overgrown lots that never did sell. Some of them could be that somebody has back taxes and they didn't sell at the sheriff's sale. Just, it's various of what reasons why that Eustis is taking them and selling them. So it's kind of ironic that the bids came in, or the people that are buying them are from everywhere.
yes.
It's not just one person. I think it's kind of weird that one of them in my area is from Frost, Texas, where my mom grew up. So anyway, they're I've looked at them on the pictometry, and Eustis ISD has signed off on them, and I'm ready to get them back on the tax roll.
Okay. Gentlemen, any questions?
Oh, I don't.
No questions, Judge.
We should be somewhere, I would say, Less than 30?
I was gonna say less than 20.
Less than 20?
That's what Lauren had told me. Now, Lauren couldn't make it today with Linebarger, but I know there's not many left, so maybe we won't have to spend much more time on these. But these, it's a good deal. It's a good deal for us. It's a good deal for the school. And I'm tired of looking at them. I went out yesterday and they were walking down some of those streets. It was a pretty day. And I was a little nervous. I almost called the sheriff to come go with me because I was stopping and they were stopping, and I'd move forward and they'd. So anyway, that's the kind of locations I was at, some of those. So I'd like to get these done.
Well, it is commendable. Eustis has been very proactive in the last 3 to 4 years at going at and getting these properties back on the tax roll for us.
Exactly.
And we're really appreciative of their efforts. And like I said, when you have absentee owners or no owners at all, it allows for that nefarious activity. So
It grows up and it's trashy, and so.
entertain a motion.
You can do it.
Judge, I move that we approve the tax resale lots, various tax resale lots for Eustis ISD located in Precinct 1 and Precinct 2.
I'll second his motion, Judge.
Motion made by Commissioner Tootley, second by Commissioner Thomas, to approve the sale of these tax resale lots of Eustis ISD. All those in favor? Item passes.
Thank you, Court.
Item 7, consider and take action to replace a member of the Emergency Service District Number 2 expiring December 31, 2020. Commissioner Tootley?
Yes, Court. The President, Chet Martyr, contacted me a week or so ago, maybe 3 weeks, and one of their board members has passed away, which was Roger Previs, and so he was needing to replace them, and we found the gentleman. It's kind of ironic, right next door. Mr. Miller has a great professional profile, FBI, master's degree, chief of police everywhere, and I think he's going to be a great asset to the ESD number 2 Emergency Service District. So
Questions?
we want to thank Mr. Previs for his service, and we send condolences to his family.
Any questions for Commissioner Tootley? If not, entertain a motion.
Judge, I move that we accept the nomination of Todd Miller to fill Roger Previs' position expiring December the 31st, 2020 for ESD number 2.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tootley, second by Commissioner Thomas, to approve the appointment of Todd Miller to replace Roger Previs in ESD 2, term to expire December 31, 2020. All those in favor? Item passes. Item 8, receive financial reports.
Judge, I have none.
Have none. Item 9, consider and take action on payroll distributions and accounts cash sheet. Ms. Harris.
I do have payroll totals for biweekly 23.
Questions for Ms. Harris? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So move to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Giesland, second by Commissioner McCann, to approve the payroll distributions for biweekly 23. All those in favor? Item passes.
Thank you. And we have no cash sheets.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 10, consider and take action on contracts. No contracts. Item 11, consider and take action on requests for right-of-way permits.
We have none.
Have none. Item 12, consider and take action on submitted budget amendments.
I have 2 sets of those for the court to consider this week. The first one I would like to discuss regards the miscellaneous income on road and bridge and reallocating that. That's anything we've got in October and November this year.
Questions?
I have no questions.
Entertain a motion
So
on,
moved to approve.
I'll second the motion.
motion made by Commissioner Giesland, second by Commissioner McCann to approve the budget amendments as presented. All those in favor? Item passes.
And then the second set regards mostly cleanup, but there are some special requests out there that I need approval on.
Questions? Entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion, Judge. We approve the budget amendments as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Thomas, second by Commissioner Tootley to approve the budget amendments as presented. All those in favor? Item passes. Item 13, consider and take action on payment of bills.
Yes, Judge, this morning I have 3 sets. And the first one is this week for fiscal year 19 in the amount of $516,882.93.
Commissioner Thomas, questions?
I have no questions, Judge.
Commissioner Tootley?
None.
Commissioner McCann?
I have none.
Commissioner Giesland?
The water bill, Kevin, is going in the right direction. Down. 16,191. That's a far cry from the 20,000 we had 2 months ago. Good job. Let's hope by end of the year, we got a couple more bills coming in, maybe we can save 15,000. I don't think there's anything else, Judge, I want to expound on.
Okay, thank you. Entertain a motion to approve the bills in the amount of $516,882.93.
So moved to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Giesland, second by Commissioner Tootley. All those in favor? Item passes.
Okay, I also have the October sales tax for $731.90.
Questions?
No questions, Judge.
Entertain a motion.
So moved to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Giesland, second by Commissioner McCann to approve the sales tax. All those in favor? Item passes.
The bill I have for 2020 is $65. I would have held it, but it was on the credit card, so.
Questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So moved to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Giesland, second by Commissioner Tootley to approve the 2020 bills. All those in favor? Item passes. Item 14, consider and take action on submitted plats.
Of course, this one is in the Pinnacle Club. And it is taking 2 lots into one. Um, 93R and 94R, and making 93A.
I'm sorry, just the replat of the replat is what I'm chuckling about.
It's ironic, these have been, I have watched these for over the last 14 years. Nobody wanted them, and all of a sudden they just, when one buys them, they were all gone. So I think that they're gonna build, it's also funny how that there's a 30-foot building line on the front And so you can see in the inside dashed line of how much room they have to build a house.
Right. This is out of the last area that was developed, is it not?
It probably 5 or 6 years ago, they had put in a retaining wall. The two people that bought these lots, I don't know if they still own them at this time, but they're the ones that put in the retaining walls and got it all ready to. And then I think somebody bought them, all of them, and then somebody started splitting them up again. But all signatures are there and the POA has approved.
Questions for Commissioner Tooley?
No questions, Judge.
Entertain a motion.
Hearing none, Judge, I move that we accept the plat to the Pinnacle Club of replat of lots 93R and 94R, Phase 1, Section C to Lot 93A.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley, second by Commissioner Thomas to approve the replat in the Pinnacle Club subdivision. All those in favor? Item passes. Item 15, open and consider bids.
I have one bid this morning that I need to get specifications approved for. It's for bridge construction materials.
Questions?
When is the bid information due back?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
When is the bid information due back?
We have to have the bids back, if they're approved today, then we'll open them in on, I don't have a calendar in front of me, 2 weeks after the ad runs on Saturday, and then we have to actually take possession of the material by December 31st.
Well, that's real clear. December 31st was real clear. I just wasn't sure when we were going to be receiving the bids back to open them and discuss. I'm sure it's in there, I just couldn't find it.
If they're approved today, then we can release and post the invitation for bids on the 23rd. And then the earliest we can open would be December 2nd.
The 23rd, that's a Saturday.
Yes, sir. We run the notifications for open bids and proposals on Saturdays in the Saturday paper.
Are we having court on the 26th?
Not on the 26th. November 26th,
So we're having court on the 3rd.
the 3rd.
So that's when we're anticipating opening this would be on December the 3rd?
I can open it on the 2nd. I wouldn't present them to court though until the week after. The 2nd would be the earliest that I would open them. Just because if I open it on Monday afternoon at 2, that doesn't give you guys a whole lot of time to look at it before we have court on the following Tuesday. So, or the next day.
For 2 weeks.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, ran for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So that would be December 7th. The 23rd to the 30th is 1, the 30th to the 7th is 2 weeks. We would open them on the 9th.
It has to be 2 weeks from the original post date, so the 23rd would be the first post date.
And the 30th would be the 2nd.
So the 7th would be 2 weeks from the first.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Have you opening on the 9th with the presentation on the 17th?
And we think that the vendor can deliver the material on Christmas.
For it to hit this budget year, we have to take possession.
You know, but that has nothing to do with anything. I understand what we have to do. I'm talking about is the vendors, because we don't know who is going to bid on this. So are these vendors going to be able to turn around and I think if we can open it on the 9th, commissioners should be willing to read until midnight to be ready to review it on the 10th if we're having court.
That is up to the court.
I mean, you know, this is your
That's fine
bridge
with me.
project, Commissioner
Well, I think
Tully.
that's
I'm just trying to help you out to make sure these vendors can supply the material by 12/31.
Yeah.
Because if it was me trying to, I would be concerned if whoever's going to bid, if they can turn it around if we look at it in business days, if we vote on this on the 17th, and let's say we approve a vendor, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days to get it on your yard.
If we can, let's get that to the court so that we can,
Yeah,
View it on the 10th.
Yeah, it's not,
Yeah.
it's totally up to the court.
right.
As soon as I open them, I can get it
But it's-
emailed out to you guys, so.
That's fine.
I was just concerned for you.
Thank you.
I didn't want you to have a whole bunch of money left in your budget you were going to have to share with the other three of us.
We split 3 ways.
Are there any other questions or comments? We will need to take action approving the specifications. Well, for no other questions or comments, entertain that motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tully, second by Commissioner Thomas, to approve the bid specifications for bridge material. All those in favor? Item passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We have everything signed?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Item 16, consider and take action to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tully, second by Commissioner Thomas to adjourn. All those in favor?
You got my other one?
You in favor of it, Joan?
Yes, we're.
Item passes. Thank you very much. We do have a workshop scheduled to start in 10 minutes. We may be a little bit, 5 minutes after that, but feel free to hang around. Thank